Support for the production of Making a Chef comes from Methodist Senior Services, serving older adults with 12 campuses across the state, offering a range of options for housing and services to help elders transition into the next age. Methodist Senior Services, celebration, innovation, and hope. And Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi, encouraging wellness through personal engagement and access to quality health care, because it's about you, your health, and your life. More information is available at bcbsms.com.
All right, we have the sauteed mushrooms, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little whiskey. Whoa, that's a lot of fire.
Somebody said fire?
Hey, Chief. I think I got it under control, though, but thanks for stopping by. You know, don't want to burn down the studio.
Hey, I can come by to stop and ask if you would help us out tomorrow. We're having an all-staff lunch tomorrow, cooking some steaks. At the station, you think you can come by and help us out?
You know, that's crazy, because I've actually done something like that before on a show I was on. 20 of y'all or 30 of y'all on a shift, so I was always wondering, how do y'all cook for so many folks?
Hey, maybe you stop by tomorrow and we can help you out. Maybe teach you a couple of things.
Yes, sir.
By the way, I got a shirt for you. We're going to make you official firefighter for tomorrow. How about that?
Thank you. Can't wait.
All right, good to see you. Can't wait to see you
too.
tomorrow.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm here at Fire Station 5. I'm gonna help them cook for their all-staff lunch today. Let's go see what they have cooking, and maybe I can pick up a couple tips for cooking for a crowd. Hey y'all, how's it going?
Hey, Mark. Hey.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. So y'all do a lot of cooking for a lot of folks, don't y'all?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I was talking to Chief yesterday, and y'all are having something going on today?
Yes, we are. It's a shift cooking. Everybody gets together at one station. We all cook and eat.
Awesome. Well, there's like 18, 20 y'all per shift?
Yes, there are.
Wow. What are we gonna be cooking today?
I recommend steak. Everybody loves steak.
Steak.
Steak
is
sounds good.
Yeah. You know, any sides or something?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Everybody likes mashed potatoes, and you can make them, make a big batch, just add more potatoes.
Yeah, yeah, steak and potatoes is really good. I actually know what would be really good for that would be asparagus, because, you know, it's bright, it's green, it's healthy, so if y'all want healthy food, you're good to go. But it's also really good.
I like it. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
So we're gonna go start cooking or something?
Yeah. Well, we got to go get groceries first. We're going to go to the Walmart neighborhood market and buy our groceries. If you want to, we're going to hop in that truck and go.
That big red truck right there?
That one right there, yes.
Ooh, boy, I can't wait.
All right.
Y'all ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's go. So let's go get some green onions first and the asparagus. Get 2-3 bunches. Bunch of potatoes. You're gonna need like 15 or something pounds. This is 8 pounds. French bread. All right, we got our bread, we got our potatoes, asparagus.
Steak now.
Steaks, yes we do. Oh, they have a lot of selections.
What kind of steak do you want?
They got fillets, they got ribeyes. Ooh.
There's strips.
See that marbling on it? That's gonna be nice, fatty, and very tender. Let's load them up. Oh yeah, let's take them all. Clear the house. All right, so Mr. Greg is gonna be our grill master for today. So I'm gonna show him my basic marinades, go-to marinade. I marinate pork chops, steaks, lamb, I marinate anything in this. So it starts off with beautiful steaks. And so these are beautiful New York strip steaks we got from the Walmart neighborhood market. We picked out today, nice marbling, all one side. And so one won't be, an inch and a half thick, one won't be half an inch thick. So they'll all cook just about the same time, which can help for cooking for a lot of folks. This marinade, like I said, is stupid simple. And so I usually mix it up in a spray bottle because I can shake it up, has a lid on it, I can spray it and put it on the grill. So it's just lemon juice, Worcestershire, soy sauce, and garlic mixed up. And then, I can spray it everywhere I want. But I put it right here in the Worcestershire bottle. So it's just easy, pour on, run around, put maybe a little over on those or whatever. Okay, and for extra flavor, I have 2-3 garlic cloves. I'm gonna use 2. I just mash them with the skin on and everything. And so I'll mix it around. I'll let this marinate 30 minutes, an hour, as long as you can. We have about 45 minutes to let these marinate. And then I'm gonna hand them over to you and you get to grill them.
Well, the grill's ready to go.
Awesome. Let's let these marinate and we're ready to go.
All right, sounds good.
So, meat and potatoes, classic combination, right? We got these beautiful Yukon Gold potatoes. And so, to start them off, we're gonna peel them, isn't that right?
That's right. Peel them first. Then
All
cut 'em
right,
up.
let's go ahead and start peeling them, Mr. Andy. And so this is Mr. Andy's specialty, all right? And let me tell you what, I had a little bit of his mashed potatoes before, and man, they're good. I do not like mashed potatoes, but boy, these are special. So, what's your secret ingredient?
Sour cream.
Sour cream,
Just a little bit.
just a
Not
little
lot.
bit. They're very good. Okay, so we're done. Beautiful peeled potatoes. All right, so set that to the
You want
side.
to cut them? You want me to cut them?
How about you cut them? I want to see
Okay.
what you're doing. So, just simply cook fast that way.
They cook faster, yeah. Easier to mash.
I like your thought process. There you go. So, how many potatoes do you do per person?
That's hard to say. I cooked 5 pounds last shift, and there were 6 people eating, and they were all gone.
They're all gone, man. I think we have 15 pounds, 16 pounds of potatoes, so hopefully they won't eat them all. Nice, even. Oh, I'm impressed. Very good job. All around, time to boil them.
Yeah, let's get them in the water.
Salted water, heavily salted water. So the potatoes are done boiling, they still are steaming. Time to mash them. You're the professional, so I'll let you take it
Okay, all right. We're just gonna mash them into this pot, and I use a ricer, what I like to use, called a ricer. It just squeezes them out. You wanna do some?
Sure, I'll do some.
Okay, put some in there and we'll.
So why do you like using a ricer over, regular hand mashers?
It's easier to me, and it mashes them up really well. They seem to come out kind of creamy like that. You see?
Oh yeah. That's all one even size too.
That's right.
If you're in the middle of cooking supper, what happens if y'all get a call? So what do you do?
Well, first thing, we turn off anything that's on, stove, grill, whatever. Drop what we're doing and go.
Wow.
We have to go.
Well, yeah. That takes some dedication. If you're cooking steak, for example,
Yeah, they come off the grill and sit.
wow. That's crazy. Y'all do such a good job though.
But see, that's why I like to use the ricer. It just mashes them up really good.
What do you add to your potatoes that make them so good?
Well, first, and we've got about 8 pounds of potatoes here too. I'm gonna put about a cup of sour cream.
That's what gives it that tangy twang to it.
And I always use fresh ground pepper.
Fresh ground pepper, always.
And that's something you can do to taste just however much you want. I like mine kind of peppery.
I agree.
Salt that's to taste too. I don't measure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of potatoes.
8 pounds is a lot of potatoes. It feed a lot of folks too.
And then this many potatoes, a whole stick of butter.
A whole stick of butter. That's my language right there.
Just butter. I don't use margarine. And now milk, that's gonna be, you just have to, when you start cooking them, to see how they start, you know, mixing up the
Yeah.
consistency. Probably a cup and a half to start with.
Now it's time to mix it in. That's a lot of potatoes. Man.
All right, they look like they're just about ready, Mark.
They look beautiful, they're silky and all that. So, you done with them?
I'm done.
Finishing touches, no more?
They're ready. They're ready to go.
Here are the steaks that have been marinated about 30 minutes, and I'm handing them over to you. It's all yours now. So you mess up, it's on you.
All right, well, the grill's ready to go, so let's get them on here. And
That's a hot grill. I can just feel the heat radiating.
it's hot. It's real hot.
And I see you don a leather glove.
Yeah, there's a lot of heat coming off there, especially when you're having to reach towards the back.
Last one.
Last one. All right. They should be ready in about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll be ready to eat.
Perfect. I'm gonna go to the kitchen, finish everything up, and let's eat.
That sounds good to me.
To finish off this meal, I'm adding asparagus. And asparagus, super, super simple. I add a couple tablespoons of butter, some garlic. This is minced garlic. Garlic and asparagus is really good. We got some salt. And lots of fresh cracked black pepper. To finish this off, we're gonna hit it with a little lemon juice and a little bit of lemon zest. And that's gonna add a fresh, bright, acidic punch to it. It'll relieve your palate after having all that thick and heavy steak. I'm gonna let this saute 4 to 5 minutes till it's golden brown all over and it's tender and you can bite it and still has a little bit of give. These asparagus are done and they're about ready to be served, but just to finish them off and brighten up the palate, just a little bit of lemon juice. And so a little bit goes a long way, but this is a lot of asparagus. And so mix them around a little bit. And then those are ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for them to be served. All this food looks beautiful. We have the steak, we have potatoes, asparagus, and I mean, it just looks amazing. It looks steakhouse quality. I just wanna thank y'all for y'all's help, and I learned so much about scaling up, you know, cooking for a big crowd and how to get it all done in time.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. So we have a lot of hungry folks, and let's eat. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
I'm ready.
Let's dig in.
Mark, really enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep, enjoyed it.
It was good, everything. Thank you for coming.
Well, I learned a lot of things, had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to go back in the kitchen and put that into use. But before that, though, can we take one last ride in the fire truck?
Man, let's
Sure.
go.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Thank you. I'm back in the kitchen with Dr. Britt Fountain, a registered dietitian at Mississippi State University, and he's gonna show me how he does his kebabs. Thanks for being back in the kitchen again, Dr. Fountain.
Appreciate it, Mark. Glad to be back.
I'm a sucker for steak. I love steak. Ribeyes, strips, fillets, flank, skirt. I love the whole cow pretty much. So I'm actually really looking forward to this.
Good, good. Well, I tell you what kind of, I'll start with the steak.
Okay.
We're using a top sirloin. The thing about kebabs is you want them to be tender because they're pulling it right
Yeah.
off the skewer and eating it. So what we're gonna do today is use a marinade to tenderize this top sirloin, and it'll be just as juicy as one of the other cuts of meat.
Awesome.
So what we've got here, we've got some Worcestershire sauce, we've got some olive oil, got a lemon juice, that's a little bit of the acid, some mustard, some brown Dijon mustard. We've got brown sugar and just cracked pepper, just black pepper.
So is this for, health benefits or just to taste good?
This is just to taste good. Really, it's, of course, it's going to tenderize the meat. And that's going to be the big thing. Now we're going to use this bag. We'll add our strips of vegetables and meat to this, and we're going to let it sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours.
Sounds
and that way
delicious.
it'll really, because what it's doing is going to break down those tissues and make that piece of meat more tender than it normally would be if we just grilled it by itself.
Yeah, get that to the side, get them to know each other. I'm going to actually start cutting up the vegetables first because I don't want to get raw meat and then have to clean everything.
Absolutely.
So bite-sized chunks, strips.
Well, you probably want them bite-sized chunks because they're going to pull it off of the skewer, and we don't want to make it too hard for them to eat. So just, you also want them to fit on the skewer, so you don't want them to be too small.
Okay.
So bite-size should work just fine. Grilling outdoors is a lot of fun, but we also want to be always conscious of the safety aspect of it. So I'm glad to see that you are cutting the vegetables first and then working with the meat since they're going on the same cutting board. And we've got red bell pepper, we've got green bell pepper, we've got some zucchini squash, some squash and an onion, but you can use whatever you'd like, mushrooms, just anything to add vegetables that's going to add just a lot more texture to it, of course a lot more flavor in your kebabs.
Awesome. So, went ahead and cut up all our
Yeah,
vegetables.
they look great.
Washed and cleaned off our board and knife, and time to get the steaks, I guess. Again, little bite-sized chunks.
Yeah, bite-sized chunks. You want them to fit on the skewer, but you don't want them to be so big that somebody has to fight with it to eat it.
So I assume the more color a vegetable has, in some cases, the more minerals and nutrients. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. So, they're all different colors for a reason. It's not just about the color or how they look. The different nutrients in there are a reflection of the colors. We want to make sure we're getting all different colors. So we've got some yellow, we've got some green, we've got some red. You could have eggplant, which would be purple.
Yep.
All of these different colors are going to bring a different nutrient to the table. And they're very low in calories, so they're good balance with your meat. So what we'll do now is once you get that cut, Mark, we're going to add that into the bag.
Okay.
We're going to put it into the refrigerator, and we're going to let it sit overnight to really give it a good opportunity. So this is taking planning. Of course, we're going to mix the vegetables and the meat there in the bag together. You could do it separately if you wanted to. We are going to grill these, but you're not going to want to use the marinade after unless you boil it because it's been contaminated. And again, you wouldn't want to do these vegetables without cooking them.
Awesome. So go ahead and just dump everything in.
Just put everything in. This will allow a little bit of the flavor from the vegetables to mix in with the meat as well, along with your marinade. So it's really going to start to combine these flavors.
No, I've never really thought of marinating your vegetables that you're going to cook them with the meat. So that's a really smart idea, actually. So marinate everything up.
Yeah, that looks great.
So fridge, 24 hours.
24 hours.
Grill them, and then awesome.
We'll be able to try them.
So these have been marinating about 24 hours or so. Time to get skewers. Pan is ripping hot. You can see the smoke coming off of that.
See the smoke coming off of it.
Exactly what we want. Do you have a specific order of how you like to do this?
You do want to have a good blend, so try to get all of the vegetables on there. The big thing, Mark, is to make sure you have enough space in between it because you want the heat to move between it. So a lot of people will stack as much on there as they can, and you're not getting a good cook all the way around the food. And that's going to be really important for both your vegetables and your meat because they've been in the same marinade.
Yeah.
So give yourself a good amount of space in between it. And these are really long skewers. So in this one, we would probably pull them off and then serve them where they're not actually eating them on. If you have the little wooden skewers, people probably would just hand that. So it's just kind of a preference and what you're using right there. So, but that's looking really good.
There's one.
Perfect.
4 to go.
4 to go. And so we're going to let these cook. We're going to turn them as we need to. For this kind of meat, we're going to want to cook it to 155 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So it'll take a little while once we have that, and we can use our thermometer. If it's not the right temperature, just continue cooking it a little bit longer.
Yes, sir. Sounds perfect. We'll go ahead and get all these made, cooked, and then we can eat them.
Sounds great.
So we've been talking a little bit. These skewers are just hot. They're hot and a tad too long for our pan. So we decided to just go ahead and add them straight to the pan and serve them on the skewers. It's a faster way to cook, and we can cook more at once.
In here, we're going to get a much more even cook. You know, your vegetables will actually probably take more time than your meat because you'll want them as tender as well. Kind of keep that in mind when you're assembling your skewers to make sure that you're thinking about how these vegetables, and what a lot of people will do, Mark, and is completely okay too, is to do full vegetable skewers and full meat skewers. Because a lot of times, like I said, we wouldn't eat this right off the skewer because it was so long, we're not going to know the difference. It's going to taste exactly the same.
So, cooked them all, skewered them up, and ready to devour. When we were making this, I was just thinking, this is like a really great make ahead time. Cooked up really quickly, like this cooked in under 5 minutes,
Yeah,
I think.
it did.
These smell delicious. They look beautiful and colorful. I can't wait to eat them. Thank you for coming again, Dr. Fountain.
Appreciate it, Mark.
You know, another great, healthy, make ahead of time meal.
It's always fun to cook with you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Got it.
After that awesome experience, I think I've had enough fire for today. So it's time to cool down with some homemade ice cream. Hopefully this won't bring Chief Yarbrough back to the kitchen. So it starts off with heavy cream, which is cold, in a frozen bowl with a frozen whisk, all right? So this has been in the freezer for about 20 minutes and it's nice and cold. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and add as much of that in there. We have about a tablespoon or so of vanilla. We're just gonna put that down, lock it in place. We're gonna whisk it on high for about 3 to 4 minutes until medium peaks form. All right, that looks about where we want it. Stick your whisk in there, mix it around, pull it straight up. It stands like that, stiff. Taste it. That's good whipped cream. Which, is there a such thing as bad whipped cream? I want to start on the ice cream base. It starts off with a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. So we're just gonna put all that in. Chilled bowl, again, the colder all your tools are, the better the ice cream will freeze up. Since we're not using a conventional method, like mixing it with the ice cream machine, we have to get it as cold as we can now. Rest the whole milk. Save about a 1/4 cup or so. You don't want it too thin where it won't freeze up well, but you don't want it too thick. Mix it up a little bit. Add 1 shot of espresso. Now this is warm, it's about lukewarm now, so that's one of the bad things, that you always want that freezing cold, but needs a pinch of salt because it's weird, I know, salt in desserts, but salt just enhances flavor. This is like half a cup of cocoa powder, so I'm gonna only add about half of that right now and see how much I like it. If I want it more chocolatey, then I'll add more chocolate. If I want it less chocolatey, then out with some milk. That'll be good for right now. Whisk to combine. All right, time to try it. That's really good. But you know, the great thing about this ice cream base is you can really customize it. Just start off with a sweetened condensed milk, vanilla, the salt, and then the whipping cream, and just customize it. So what we're gonna do is slowly incorporate this into this without deflating the air. So what I like to do is I like to add a 1/4 of it, maybe a 1/6 of it into here and just mix it up, just to kind of make the mixture more homogeneous. All right, now go ahead and add about half of it right in there. You just want to fold it in. So what I like to do is go down, pick it up, flip it over, pull it through. What normal ice cream machines do is they slowly freeze the mixer while incorporating air. While we're not doing that, we're trying to keep as much air in there from the whipped cream and freeze it as quick as we can to make a good, beautiful, textured ice cream. All right, that looks well incorporated. So now it's time to try it again. That's good ice cream. Now, I'm just gonna put it in the freezer. Let it freeze 6 hours to overnight to get a nice scoopable ice cream, or about 3 to 4 for soft serve. I've had the ice cream in the freezer overnight and now it's settled up. And it is a really good texture if I do say so myself. That's a good bite. That's an easy way to beat the heat over the summer or to cool yourself down after the kitchen getting too hot. I just want to say a special thanks to Walmart Neighborhood Market for providing the steaks and food for this episode, and a big old thanks for Bell's Building Supplies for providing the big green egg. And I want to say a big thank you from the bottom of my heart to Chief Yarbrough and the Starkville Fire Department for serving our community every day. I had so much fun going around, seeing everything y'all do, and enjoyed cooking with y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Keep on cooking, and I'll see you next time. Hey y'all, I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on the little notification bell right by the subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time.